Somewhere in our galaxy, a star is disappearing. Not exploding, not dying, just going dark. Vanishing behind something we cannot explain. And scientists just found 7 of them. 7 stars, wrapped in something that swallows their light whole. Something that eats starlight and leaks only heat. Something that, by every law of physics we know, should not exist. What if these aren't stars fading away? What if something built around them? For centuries, we assumed we were alone because the universe looked empty, silent, dark. But what if the universe isn't empty? What if it's just covered? In 1960, physicist Freeman Dyson asked a question that should terrify you. If an alien civilization became advanced enough, truly advanced, how would we ever detect it? His answer was chilling in its simplicity. We wouldn't see their cities. We wouldn't hear their signals. We'd see their hunger. A civilization like ours burns fuel. A civilization a million years ahead of us doesn't burn fuel. It harvests stars. Imagine a shell, not a solid ball. That's Hollywood fiction. Imagine billions of solar panels, satellites, orbiting structures encircling a star completely, capturing every photon, every particle of energy a sun produces. A Dyson Sphere doesn't destroy a star, it cages it, it milks it dry forever. This is the endpoint of what astronomers call the Kardashev Scale. A Type 1 civilization uses the energy of its planet. A Type 2 civilization uses the energy of its entire star. We are not even Type 1 yet. We are infants playing with matches on the porch of a house whose owners might be gods. And gods, according to new data, might be leaving fingerprints across the sky. Between 2024 and 2026, a team of astronomers launched something called Project Hephaistos, named after the Greek god of forges and fire. Fitting, because they weren't hunting for alien radio signals, they were hunting for alien waste heat. Here's the logic. Thermodynamics doesn't lie. Any machine anywhere in the universe, no matter how advanced, has to release waste heat. It's the law. Even a Dyson Sphere, a structure built by beings a million years beyond us, would glow. Not with light, with infrared radiation, a technological fingerprint bleeding into the darkness of space. So the team turned to the European Space Agency's Gaia satellite, a machine that has mapped the precise position of nearly 2 billion stars in our galaxy. They cross-referenced that data with infrared surveys from 2 other space telescopes. They scanned 5 million stars. They were looking for the impossible. A star producing far more heat than light should ever allow. A star behaving like it's wrapped in something. And out of 5 million candidates, 7 survived every test. 7 red dwarf stars, cooler, older, dimmer than our sun. And every one of them is radiating infrared heat at levels that should not be possible for a natural star their size. Let that settle. Out of 5 million, only 7 refused to make sense. So what are we actually looking at? Scientists have a term for objects like this: M-dwarf infrared excess sources. It's a clinical, careful name for something that might not be natural at all. The leading natural explanation is a dust disk, a ring of warm debris, leftover material from planet formation, orbiting closely enough to absorb starlight and re-emit it as heat. It's possible. It's happened before, around other stars, and astronomers have documented it. But here's where it stops adding up. These 7 stars are old, ancient by stellar standards. Dust disks are young phenomena. The debris of freshly formed solar systems. Over millions of years, that dust should have clumped into planets, been blown away by stellar wind, or simply settled. It shouldn't still be there. Not in this configuration, not this intensely, not around a star this old. So either we're looking at 7 stars that broke the rules of planetary formation, or we're looking at something that was built. Picture it. A civilization born on some world we'll never see around a star we haven't even named. A species that faced the same crisis every advancing civilization eventually faces: infinite ambition, finite energy. And instead of dying out, instead of collapsing under their own hunger for power, they looked up. And they took their star apart piece by piece and turned it into a machine. That's not science fiction anymore. So that's an emission spectrum sitting in a research paper right now. And if it's true, if even one of these 7 stars is truly artificial, then we are not the most advanced thing in this galaxy. We're not close. We're a campfire, and something out there is running on the light of an entire sun. Think about the timeline required. To build a Dyson Sphere, you don't just need advanced engineering, you need millions of years of uninterrupted technological civilization. No collapse, no extinction, no self-destruction, just relentless expansion, star after star, forever. Which raises the darkest question in all of this. If they've been building for millions of years, why haven't we heard from them? This is the Fermi paradox wearing a new mask. If the galaxy is old enough and vast enough for civilizations like this to exist, where is everyone? Maybe the answer isn't comforting. Maybe advanced civilizations don't talk. Maybe they don't need to. Maybe they just consume. Or maybe, and this is the theory that keeps astronomers up at night, we're looking at the wrong signal entirely. Maybe a true Type 2 civilization wouldn't want to be found. Maybe going dark, dimming your star's visible light while radiating heat, isn't an accident of engineering. Maybe it's camouflage. Scientists aren't claiming victory yet. To be clear, no one has confirmed an alien megastructure. Not one astronomer on Project Hephaistos has said the word proof. What they've said is something scarier in its own quiet way. These 7 stars cannot yet be explained by any known natural process. Unexplained isn't the same as alien, but it isn't the same as ordinary either. The next step is already happening. Astronomers are pointing more powerful telescopes at these 7 targets right now, hunting for spectral signatures that would rule out, or rule in, an artificial origin. Every natural explanation is being tested. Every dust cloud theory is being stress tested against the data. And somewhere in that data, an answer is waiting. An answer that either closes the file on 7 strange stars, or rewrites everything we think we know about our place in this galaxy. Because here's the truth, no one wants to say out loud, if we ever do confirm a Dyson Sphere, we won't just discover aliens, we'll discover our ceiling. We'll discover exactly how small we are next to something that turned a sun into a light bulb. 7 stars are behaving like nothing else in the observable universe. 7 stars are hiding something in their heat. And somewhere out there, in the space between what we can explain and what we can't, something might be watching its energy bill 1 star at a time. If this kept you up at night, subscribe right now, because there are more signals like this hiding in the data. Stranger, older, and closer than you think, and I'll be the one who finds them. Drop your theory in the comments. Natural dust cloud orbit or alien megastructure. I read every single one.